Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. There are a couple of very important things to discuss in this video, and it's things that I discussed with KT1 in the interview that I did with him, and I really just want to say again how much I appreciate you all's feedback on my interview series. I didn't think I'd maybe even do an interview again. I didn't think people cared, and then I brought it back, and it's honestly received probably the best feedback and the most universally positive feedback of any video I've made all year. Which means I've shouted out, reached out to Legacy because I interviewed him and he was amazing with his time last year, and the community really appreciated his perspective. I don't know if he'll agree to do it again, but we're gonna try. I'm still trying to get the number one requested person, Vega, to be interviewed, but I don't really know how to get a hold of him, so I'm gonna have to figure that out as well. And then I think I am gonna talk to my man Captain Bay, also Katie Candy, and maybe some others throughout the next 6 months. With that being said, our job right now is to talk about this new content, and specifically what KT1 and I in the interview described as just pathetic, lackadaisical, uneven rewards versus what the whales do on whale holidays. If you just deleted the app and just download it again for Cyber Weekend, how much better would you be off, assuming you bought all those offers and maybe were near, if not the top of the progression list? How much better would you be off than if you played this game every day? Well, I gotta tell you, I guess I should go and start with the incursions, since I've now done my legendary incursion. But these rewards, and you can see I started with threat level 6, but these rewards are just terrible. They're just awful. I don't know what Kabam was thinking, but like the jump in 7-star shards, and I guess if you keep going and going and going, you'll eventually get some tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha, some stick stones, but still, like the jump in 7-star shards, you get to zone 25 and you're still getting 50? Like, what? You know how many units that takes the average summoner, or even like the average whale who's doing that? What? And then, of course, threat level 5 is in some ways the same. I mean, obviously, it's not the same in terms of the most important items, although these should now be generic 6 stones, and this should be a generic awakening gem. That also is extremely problematic when they've buffed incursions but not changed that. Do they not realize the side quest store and the side quest currency that they've manipulated is way better for way less difficulty than those top threat level 6 rewards? I don't know. I just think for the work that they want people to do, and I'm not saying it's a crazy amount, but it's still decent. It's a decent time commitment. These rewards, which right now I've got 9,000 body, and then mind, which I've got, well, 9,000 as well. These rewards should be better. I shouldn't go all the way through multiple zones of the most difficult content and be like, oh cool, I can get 2,000 6-star shards from that. 500 5-star relic crystal shards. I can get a couple of generic 6 stones because for some reason this is not a +5, this is a +1. Which again, what? Like, why are we giving such low numbers of these? The purchase limit is extremely low. The number is extremely low. Everything feels like Kabam doesn't want to give pennies for free because they want to take your dollars. This just doesn't seem fair, fun. It seems clueless. Like Kabam seems clueless, although I can't say that. Kabam seems clueless with this new store. Because even though I like that there are 6 stones, and I think this is probably the best part of it, the tier 5 class catalyst selectors, which again would be mind-blowing like 2 years ago, but now we're looking for tier 6. But I also like have to say, from the people at the very top that I still talk to, they'll say, Prof, I don't care about any of this. I don't even care about 6 stones, really. The only things I care about are 7-star shards, because I also want to get some Titan crystal shards, and a combination of tier 6 class catalyst fragments, and yes, something that's the most common, tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. But while some of that is over here in the body section, that's a weird statement, but because you got some tier 6 basic, although again the percentages are so low, it just feels like they're willing to give us pennies and wait for our dollars. And I think we should see like 10 times these numbers. Also, my webcam is glitching, which probably means I need to reset this video. Alright, well, sorry if my face was glitching and somebody noticed that. But at the same time, I had to cover this. People are outraged. And look, it's free, but it still takes a lot of time. And the numbers should be better. This would be great if it was a year ago, but it's not. And yet it's still priced like it is.